Yep.
Well, guys, here she is. Jumpy camera and all. We can't fix the camera. I don't know why it's doing it. I may just have to come up with a new camera. I'll try to find one. We'll see if we got it hooked up, but maybe this will stop.
Maybe.
Maybe. Oh, God. Let me see if I got one in there. I think I do.
Hello, hello. Leave mine up that high. How's that? Is that better? Hey, everybody. How's everybody weekend going? Yeah, he's still hanging around. Crazy, crazy. So we set up a new tank. So let me get, you got discus? Cool. Let me get the link set up here. So I'm gonna go here. I'll get it right one of these days. And now go up here. Huh? Doesn't want to go down. There we go. How's that? See, that's dying from 75. There's angels terrorized them to death. Yeah. Discs they're kind of funny. Like they don't like to be stressed out. Angels can be mean. How's the sound? Not too bubbly? The bubbles not too loud? So I don't know. I'm gonna try to swing the camera around to show you this new tank. We had a tank come in. Somebody surrendered it, and we were deciding what to do with it. And we decided to set it up. And Wally's gonna be funny here. There we go. It's a hex. Too many wires. So we still have to put, lights on it and get a heater in there. But other than that, I think it's pretty cool. And I'm making everybody dizzy, I know. There. My sister with her tank. It's planted, set up artificial way, but the soil is surfacing through the sand. Is there a good way to add more sand? Yeah, just pour very carefully, get like a cup or something, and where it's coming up through the sand, just pour extra sand. You can put the sand in a cup and put that down in the water and just pour it directly where you need it. Yeah, very, very carefully. If you do it too fast, it will it'll get cloudy. But if you do it slow, it should be all right. And if it does get cloudy, it doesn't take long to clear up. Yeah, he's cut my head off. All right. This works because I can see the comments too. Not talking for over 6 months straight, eating but not eating, lethargic. Great. Cool. So the discus is getting better now in his own tank? Yeah, I can't help that. It's the camera. It's one of those smart high definition cameras that are hooked up. We tried fixing it, which is part of the problem that what took so long. I'm trying to get the camera and the microphone hooked up. We have Jacob. Hi, Jacob.
How are you guys doing?
Good. How are you doing?
I just bought the camera to be able
Okay.
to get a quick jump.
No, that's I'm down here. That's Jacob.
Oh, okay.
So these things, these seed pods, I never knew they would get that biofilm on them, and then they drop.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, I haven't experienced that type of biofilm like that in like years. Because my system, I don't know, it don't even do it on the wood no more. And then look, I had some of my, there's one of them, he was the really bad one. See how the side of him, he was lethargic.
Yeah, he still looks a little stressed.
Yeah, he was bad. They were bad. And then one of these, oh yeah, this one, so somehow he was getting ammonia burn.
See how his skin is black? The
Yeah.
edges are black. That's a sign of stress.
Wow. So they might not make it, you think?
Just keep an eye on them. The ones we have here were stressed, and they're still like some of them. A couple of them, their fins are still a little black, but they got most of their color back.
Mm-hmm.
You just gotta baby them.
Well, that's what was wrong with them. When I picked them up from my friend's house from the 75, they were sideways, barely breathing, losing color. And then for the first 24 hours, I guess this kind of resemblance like the big piece of log in their tank. So they actually hid in the inside of this away from everything.
Yeah.
And it actually tripped the shark out because it made him really territorial for the first couple days. Now he calmed down again. I guess because they felt secure, safe away from everything while they were checking out their new tank. But then they come out, and every morning when my light comes on so far, they come out and they do the same thing my angels do. They'll come up, start picking at everything. And then for 7 months straight, 6, 7 months straight, none of them was pooping. And yesterday was the first time they actually pooped for like 7 months straight.
Oh, wow. Greg wants to know, is this the same tank that had fish with worms and no quarantine? When these fish, were they quarantined, and were they in a tank that had worms?
No, no quarantine. They come straight from the 75. And then they've been really eating my food web like crazy. Randomly I get these black worms that come up and they just tear them up. And then I've been noticing I'm getting water penny beetle larvae, and that's a really good sign, a really healthy sign. There he is. See the water penny? It's right there.
Very neat.
They're a really they're a biological indicator that the system is extremely healthy. They can't live in a polluted system, it said. And they mainly come from like streams and I guess things that have water moving that are really healthy, have broad diversity in it. It's healthy, and then they like to surface themselves on rocks and stuff like that, and clean the bio stuff off of it.
Huh.
But yeah, I mean, and then they went from 84. Oh yeah, and then see the eyes. Those was really like gone. See how the redness is actually coming back? That's a good sign, I heard.
I don't know, you would have to ask Greg and Christian.
And they weren't sociable. They were hiding all the time. They basically ran from every little thing, and now they come up, they show attention. They only take abuse from my shark. That's the only thing they're taking neglect from. But he's not fin nipping or anything. He'll chase, but he will back off. I watch it all the time. He backs off, but he does follow through with the chase. But at some point he backs off. He doesn't like try to corner him into a corner and like really pester. But he does it with everything. He'll do it to the loaches. He'll do it to the little tetras, the angels, and the discus. And with it coming up on almost 2.5, I've noticed that every time I have to clean my sponge filter, I've noticed that each time I'm doing it now, it's getting to the point where I don't even get a really small smell of fish anymore. Actually, just a straight up earthy, muddy smell. I don't even get the smell no more, like the real small bit of fishy smell sometimes, like a creek water. I've really taken care of the system really, really well. I mean, I don't understand why I get that worm at times, but it's really weird. And it only will come on one fish. That's it. It will not go to nothing else. And then this is the one I like, but whatever targeted him, 75, ripped that. Hold on, let me see. That fin right here, the one that is kind of like the angels that loop down.
Yeah.
Whatever got his in the 75 ripped half of that apart. Will that come back?
I have no idea. Greg, do you know?
It'd be like the same thing that's on this angel right here. These fins that curl. It was ripped, but it wasn't from my tank. It was from the 75. I guess it was the angels being really mean, because they were doing that. I watched them descale like 15 scales off a couple of the angels constantly. I was like, man, that's nuts.
That is crazy. Yeah, I don't know if discus will grow fins back.
But they're doing really healthy compared to what they was at 75. I mean, I don't even really want to do them in a 55, but it says this is minimum. Anything lower than this, you will stress it because of the small space. I think 75 and up is actually pretty decent, like a great start for discus. A nice little small group of them. It's actually really nice because it's plenty of space up, down, left, and right.
Right. We have ours in a 60 cube and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Wow.
9. There's like 8 or 9 discus in that tank, but they're on the small side.
Because they're definitely going to get bigger than this, right?
Oh yeah. Discus get big.
I just need to make sure they're not stressed because they're not dropping colors or anything. And they're always popping their colors, it seems.
Yeah, just keep an eye on them and make sure they're eating.
I've seen that as well. They're really kind of really slow when they eat, and they're picky about how much they're eating too. But they are eating healthier than they was in the 75, and I'm giving them probably about the same amount, maybe if not maybe slight little bit more. I don't know. I think I'm probably around the same because he's on. Well, no, I'm actually more. He's 333. I'm 555. Yeah, so I'm 555 because my fish are actually getting bigger where they need more food. So the little bit that I'm putting in, it's not really making that much within like a day of them waiting. So I give them just a little extra just so I know that they're going to develop correctly because my food web gets ate up fast.
Yeah, you got a really good food web going on there.
Constant. It's really nice. I can't believe it came this far. And they went in real nice and easy, and then when I got them, well, when I seen them from the 75, they were fin clamped too. And that's a bad sign I heard when they're fin clamped because they're taking their fins and locking them to the body. Because they did it at the very beginning in my tank and then they let go and then they actually started moving because they all fin locked right here, all 3 of them. And then they all just started to let go of their fin. Then they came out and then they instantly went to the log. And then now they're out peaceful, eating food and basically being very active on everything. They'll scope out all the environment, left, right. I'm just paying attention, being able to observe them because that's a lot of money right there. And it's just a bummer that my friend had to experience losing over half of them because that's not a cheap fish. And I found out that they were a great fish, and then I had to actually watch them die.
Yeah. Greg says if the fin is completely gone, it won't grow back. If the fin is torn badly, it's possible to heal, but probably will be misformed.
It probably might be misformed then because it still has a little over half of it, but the other half is completely like ripped off. I see. It's that one right there. See how it's small? It's really small. You don't have a long one right there. He's the only one that has it. So something ripped it over there to 75. The only thing I could think of is I guess that angelfish when they were being really aggressive.
Could be, Rico, so, no, you need to start with a resurrection jar. You get the water and wet mulch, wet leaves and all that, and put that in your jar and watch it. I would say for like 2 weeks to 2 to 3 weeks to see what critters come out. And then slowly add, your stuff from your resurrection jar into your tank.
And then I got two new more plants. I got this one. That guy's a bulb. I had to redo him because I had it buried. And then I figured out how you do it properly so it will hold better. And then the other one, they ripped up this lily, but I got it secured back here next to the log, and they haven't touched it. So it might work right here. So that means the lily will come up in the middle of the tank, and I guess they'll. I don't know how they work, but but from what I found out, they're not like Jungle Vow or anything, but they'll run this like shoot thingy that it'll give it new growth, but then when it dies, don't uproot it. They said keep it in there because it's gonna come back. It's
Oh, yeah,
going to.
bulbs will go dormant for a while.
Mhm.
But the ones that, I think it's Tiger Lotus will run all the way up and the leaf will float on the top. If you cut that runner, it makes room for new ones to come up and they'll stay close to the bottom.
They told me I had Taiwan lily, but it is red, but it's a bulb.
Yeah, your
I
bulbs
think
will
it's
go dormant for a while, but they will come back. The leaves will die off, but they'll come back. So just leave your bulb, buried. Don't pull it up.
no. They said that's one thing I don't want it to do is have that thing because they uprooted it here constantly on me like 3 times. Kept irritating me. But the seed pods in that piece of wood, I'm guessing is finally releasing tannins because the water has gotten darker again, like a darker yellow brown. Oh yeah, see on it. See how he's popping the red, the blue, and then I think he's like a Morkel, like turquoise, because he has these bottom fins like a turquoise. See how the patterns are turquoise?
Yeah, they actually look like stress lines. They're still stressed. I would give them about a week.
I got a lot of blackworms coming up a lot, all in this area. There some of them are like this long, and then some of them are like this. But that's what they're doing. They're looking for them. That they've been tearing my food web up like crazy. So they must have been like severely hungry, like I mean severely bad. Because I mean they're tearing my food web up, and then the loaches are going in and loosening everything up for everything them and everything to get in here easier. They're actually like working together to support each and everybody in here that's invertebrates and fish and stuff, I'm guessing. It's really cool to watch.
Greg says some water changes will probably make them happy.
How would I do that with nitrate being at 0 though? That's gonna mess things up, won't it?
It should.
So what would you say, what, like a 10%? What's this, about 10%,
Yeah,
something like?
Yeah,
So like come down about an inch on it?
I do about 10-15%. See if that helps.
Because it's the same, it's been coming up on about a year and a half. 2 months, it'll be a year and a half. So it should be okay to do a 10% on it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's
So I
not,
could, so you think I could do like maybe every year, a little small 10% water change wouldn't hurt every single year, just one time?
Oh, yeah, you can do water changes. Um. Like, don't do it every week. You don't need to do it every week. You could do it more often than, once a year. I'm going to say what I would do if Pilot Fish would spank me.
Hmm.
Greg.
Because I just don't want my system to be hurt because I've been following it strictly to a T, and I've been not needing to have to do that water change. But in this circumstance,
Yeah, it might
the
help.
water change shouldn't hurt. It should improve, you know, so that everything will be all right.
Yeah.
So how would I do it? I haven't done a water change in so long. What do I need, that hose, I think?
Yeah, just take the hose and do a small water change. Um, just do it slow.
A slow.
Well, you
So
better slow it down with a hose or a, I don't
so
know what
would you
kind of.
say faster than a drip, right? So I don't want to drip it out as a. Oh, so I see what you're talking about. So you see how like so like compared to like the angelfish, because their fins are white, and I see it now. It's like a black lining to the outline of them fins there, and then they're clamping.
That's they're stressing, they're still under stress. So what, a small water change, and Matt is saying, do a slow 25%. So even, yeah, 25% wouldn't hurt. Just
A
do a small.
25.
change. Yeah,
All right. See, that's all he does. If y'all just seen that, he'll come out, chase real fast, and then run back away. It's because he gets really overwhelmed. I guess this is his actual territory, and when he gets flustered with too much activity, he'll come out and like chase after stuff. That's the only thing I have an issue with as far as aggression so far, because I'm not trying to breed angels. I don't want to see negativity no more. It just that breaks me. You lose stuff. You lose stuff that you actually don't want to lose, and then it hurts you
yeah,
because it hurts the bank.
yeah, it does.
So it's 25. Okay.
Yeah, about 25% won't hurt. I heard
I,
from Meg right before we went live, we were dealing with some gremlins here. And, she couldn't get on either. She said they're under a tornado warning where they are. And then they lost
oh,
internet, so they tried to reboot the Wi-Fi box and it wouldn't come back on, so they lost internet.
mm, tornadoes are scary. I don't like them.
Yeah, we've had quite a few here. I mean, for being where we are, I never saw any tornadoes growing up. We saw water spouts, but we never saw tornadoes. And just in the last few years, we've seen a couple of them touch down here. And yeah, sucking a bit of the detritus off the floor during a water change never hurts. So like, grab up some of that balm. It won't hurt.
I actually don't have much. It's mainly just leaf buildup.
Just
It's
be
using
careful.
it up immediately. That's what I'm missing. I'm missing the a lot of the richness that I need because the development that the leaves are fueling and feeding, it's actually just using that benefit up the minute it's created. That's why my nitrates are zero. But in a heavy planted tank, you don't want those nitrates to be zero. You want them to be up a little bit because you need resources for the plants to feed from.
Yeah.
That's what makes me really nervous about that water change. But I know that the advice coming from you all, it's not gonna hurt nothing. Y'all have the experience the correct way. So I'll probably get off. When should I do it? Try do it as soon as possible.
You can,
Okay.
yeah, with air tanks as big as they are, yeah, we do small water changes. Um, but we have a big turnaround too with the fish.
So would this size be okay? This size, is that small enough to come through?
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Okay. So out of a 5-gallon bucket, what would be 25%? Is it going to be 5 gallons
Lord.
from 55?
From a 55, gosh, let's see, this is 60, and we did with a 20%, 2 buckets. So maybe a bucket, and a half, 2 buckets. You have to look, at the water level when you do it. And Greg was up, and he must be having a problem.
Alrighty, I will do that then. Well, so that'll help all my fish then, you're saying, because it'll drop some stress off you a little bit from doing that?
Yeah, it will. Hey, Greg.
Oh, what's up, Greg? There he is. Oh, the pink angels.
We love the angels. Thanks for
Mhm.
coming up, Jacob. And
Yes,
let us know Wednesday, how that works.
yes, yes. Thank you for the advice on that. Thank you.
Oh, it's no problem. We
I'll
enjoy
get off
watching.
here. Oh yes, I enjoy hanging out and watching all the tanks that everybody has and you all have, because it's a lot of tanks.
I love watching everybody's tanks.
Oh yeah. Alrighty, well, I'm gonna jump off here, check the chat, and then I'm gonna probably check the chat and probably do the water change.
All right. We'll see you later.
All right, thank y'all.
Thanks.
Bye.
Hey, Greg.
Hey.
Beautiful angels.
I guess I got an echo too.
Say again, I couldn't understand that.
I said, I guess I got an echo.
You got what?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I got a bad echo. I came up to say I'm on well water. I don't know what kind of water Jacob's on, but it's nothing.
We lost Greg. You're on well water, so yeah, the well water's fine. Sorry about the glitching. It's Wally. Wally's having issues. So if anybody else wants to come up, I'll pull you up. So I won't give anybody a headache with this glitching. Anybody out there? Anybody else want to come up? Yeah, so Jacob, well water is actually really good. It's better to use well water than city water. So you'll be fine doing that water change. If anybody else wants to come up, hit that link. I pinned the link for you. Come up and show your tanks. And we have Greg back, I think. There we go. He's back. Can you hear us?
No,
Hello? You sound like you're on water with the fish.
there's an echo. No,
This is the night for gremlins, isn't it?
how about now?
Technology is having fun with us tonight. Is it babies? Oh, look at the angels, the babies. They're getting so big and they're getting their color. Yeah, they are. Krishna says the babies are really growing. And itty bitty babies. That's so cute.
I heard my dad and my mom that I'm gonna keep that. So it's my son.
Is that angel babies? Boy, Greg, you got lots of babies. Uh-oh, we lost Greg. We lost him again. Let's see. Let's get up here. I'm gonna do a quick walkthrough.
Helps if I put it on stage. So we added some plants, here with the Pike and Richard. And they only tore up a couple. I don't know if you can see these babies swimming around. And then here we have a nest, but it's underneath the Rickia. I don't know if you can see how that's popped up, but the nest is underneath of that right there. I don't know if we will see these. These are really dark blue in here. That's the problem. We've been cleaning out some tanks. Then here are mollies. Another empty tank. There are more babies. Oh, he's really getting some color. He's got some red in him, that one there. All the way down here. I don't know if they're going to come out to see what's going on, but there's polar cichlids in here. Yeah, they run and hide. We have blue guppies that someone brought us. Back here. We are starting to put the male bettas on the web page. They haven't made it up yet, but we have the pictures and they'll be going up. And there's these babies. And we have an extra rack. We just built a new rack to add more tanks. So these are the males that are getting ready to go up. There's one in each tank. We're going to have them labeled. So if one gets bought, then that's the one that goes out. That goes red.
Somewhere else, and I called, and they told me there was really big.
And down here in the turtle tank, the molly, one of the mollies have babies. We have little baby mollies in here. And we're talking about putting these angels in that new hex tank. I know that's my squealing coming from me. Oscars. And as you can see, all the other lights are out. Say hi. There's Firefish still here. And we're back here. So yeah, this is another look at that hex. There's some wood and dragon stone views, some sword. That's it. And I'm back.
Yes, plastic totes work great. That's where we're doing, most of the betta breeding. We have some babies that just need to be, in a smaller tub. And, so we put them over there. Other than that, but yeah, we put bettas in there. Is that TV on? No, the TV is not on. That's cool. Last thing was long stem rosy barbs. Oh, okay, the babies. Your breeding angel tanks are 55 and you do a 50% water change regularly to get them to breed. That TV that's in the back is actually the monitor for when we do, our monthly meetings and we go live, that's the TV monitor y'all will be on. And yes, Cindy, I love seeing the baby fish. I love it. But yeah, I set up, I have we have three sets of betta babies in those tubs, those plastic totes. And I have that other one that the nest is there, but I'm hoping there's eggs in the nest. I took the female out because the male was like right there. He wasn't moving. He was keeping the female away from the nest, so I'm assuming that there was eggs in there. So we'll find out in a few days if there was or not. And yes, poor Bella. That's a noise. Father Fish, if you can hear him, that's him. That's his TV. He's got one in his office. But if you could see when I showed the viscous, some of them are still showing some stress. So it's been about a week and they're actually starting to get their color back. So they're looking good. One was actually on its side and it was kind of iffy. We thought we might lose it, but, now it kind of snapped back. So it's doing better. Come on. Yes. 5 gallon, if that's what you feel comfortable doing, do a 5 gallon, that'll work. Like I said, just small water change. You might have to do another small one, but start with the 5 gallon. That would work. And if there's anyone else that wants to come up, show their tanks, come on up. Right now, we're running a sale on, the supplement and the medium pack. It's okay, no worries. The first time I did a water change, I was scared that, I was afraid I was gonna suck a fish up in the hose. But just kind of keep your fingers at the end of it, so nothing will go up in the hose that doesn't belong in a hose. Like, you know, the little loaches and stuff. So far, knock on wood, I have not sucked anything up in, while doing a water change. Like no fish or shrimp or anything like that. The small betta jars where there's just one betta in a jar, I do water changes on them, and I use like the hose that is hooked into, say your filter. I use a hose that size and drain take the betta out, drain that down, wipe it out. I do water changes on them about once a week. Yeah, a small water change, and it's been a year, so you're good. It's not gonna hurt anything to do a small water change right now. You have a very stable system right now, so it's not gonna hurt it. And I don't know if any of y'all caught that, but Father Fish came in and said the new camera will be here Wednesday. So by this time next week, hopefully there won't be a glitchy screen. I'm sorry if that's giving anybody a headache. It is kind of distracting. 2 months away from 1 year. That's cool. Oh, good news. I got a text from my daughter the other day. The one that's having a baby. She got a due date. It is so cute because she sent me a picture of the sonogram. And she said her due date is December 22nd. So that's exciting. We're gonna have a Christmas baby. Another Christmas baby. My brother was born, his birthday is actually the 23rd, was the 23rd, so it's gonna be exciting. Yeah. I gotta get busy on that blanket. All my downtime now is gonna go on that blanket to get it done. I'm happy, I'm excited. I called my mom called me earlier, later this afternoon, earlier before the live. And so I told her the due date, and it took her a few minutes for that to register. So if there's anybody else that wants to come up, hit that link, come on up, show your tank. Don't be afraid to show your tank. What? I said a catch net on top of the bucket and strain of water change through it. Yeah, you could do that too. Like put that, yeah, put the net right over top of the bucket and then, let it run through that. Just having all kinds of technical problems. There was something about the browser. So yeah, I was looking at the weather for this upcoming week and it's gonna be like rainy and not nice weather. I guess the fields need it, the farmers need the rain. So I can't complain too much. Just as long as when it crosses the bay, like there's no tornadoes. I don't like tornado watch. And we are coming up on Memorial Day. June starts hurricane season. So that's gonna be fun. Does anybody have plans, like plans this weekend? Tomorrow? You got any special plans tomorrow? You got any like services you're going to or barbecues or anything like that? We're gonna be working, we're gonna be here. We might try to go live, how's that? Cause I don't think UPS is running. They might be, but I don't think so. In which case, we'll just be doing like a shop maintenance. Look at Fish. Where's Father Fish? But yeah, he's good. He's actually right in the other room. At Tip Aquarium. Where's that at? Where are you at? It's 4 o'clock there. Oh, no need for concern. He's doing good. We all get a little tired every now and then, but he's doing good. He still comes in every day. How about you, Christian? We haven't seen your tanks in what, a week? Since Wednesday? Are your lights still on? Trying to get comfortable. Southern California. Oh, okay. Cool. How's the weather out there? Sunny. I'm in Florida. Oh, that's right. You're in Florida. Spending time with the grandbaby. She's jumping all around. She's scared. She heard a noise. This is the new challenge for me to accept. Is got me over here shaking. Oh, Jacob, you'll be good. You're good. We got you. We wouldn't steer you wrong. You're good. Just take your time. And like I said, do a small water change. It doesn't have to be a big one. Do a small one. You'll be okay. Your fishies will like it. What are you doing? What are you doing? So we know Christian is in Florida spending time with family. What's everybody else doing? Anything special for the holiday? It seems weird to call it a holiday, really. Perfect weather. It's like breeze. Birds are up early. Wow. I love it when the birds start singing before the sun comes up. That's what summertime brings. Oh, yeah, we're one big family. We're not gonna, like, you have a beautiful tank, so nobody would tell you anything that's gonna hurt it. I don't got no holiday. I'm in Toronto, Canada. Okay. So tomorrow's just another day for you. I don't know if I would really call it a holiday. I know people call it a holiday and it's marked like a national holiday and all that, what that is. It's remembering the ones that fought for our freedom. That, you know, the day of remembrance. I see you. Yeah, I do. I see you. You were side eyeing me in case I could see you. I can still see you. She did silly. Jacob, you'll be okay. Trust me, you're gonna be okay. You'll do good. You want to put it on Discord, you can, but you're gonna be, you'll be good. You'll be all right. I think we have someone else coming up. Do we have someone else here? Take a chance. You never know. Hello, Ricky. Hello. Can you hear us? Hi. Hello. Can you hear
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Got a beautiful tent there. Oh, look at that. Got a beautiful tent there. You're sideways. Turn your phone. There you go. Turn your phone. There you go. There's a lag. There's a lag. And turtles. Look at the turtles. It's a beautiful tank. Yeah, either nitro or just make like shorten your videos and just put more nitro or just make shorten your videos. And just put more. Uh-oh, I think you froze. I think his internet's gone, so he kind of froze on us. Maybe you can back out and come back in. Yeah, he froze on us. Yes, I am on Discord. I'm pretty easy to find. I don't have any special name on there. Yes, it should be the same as YouTube. I can double check it. So I don't know if that helps. I don't know. Can you see that? That's me on Discord. Yeah. Anybody that wants to add me on Discord, you can. There you go. Got all kinds of messages on there. Probably should read them, huh? So if there's anybody else that wants to try to come up, come on up, hit that link and come up. I don't know if I said, I think I started saying it, I don't know if I finished it. We're having a sale on the supplement this week and the medium plant pack. So if you haven't checked that out, then check it out. You know, you never have enough plants. And then the next club meeting will be the third Saturday in June. And maybe by Tuesday, we can fix this glitching. So when you tune in to Father Fish on Tuesday, it won't be so glitchy. Maybe he'll be sitting in, where you can see the new tank. Maybe we'll have fish in it by then. When Bryce comes in tomorrow, he's supposed to be working on, hooking the heater up. So we'll get that heated before we move any of the fish in there. The lights in the pond just went off. These, I think, stay on longer than all of them. They stay on for a while. You can see that. That's the neons, the glow Tetras in there. What time? So, does anybody else wanna come up? Hit that link, come on up. Don't be afraid. Come up and show your tank. Or come up and just talk. I don't know if Megan finally made it on. She was gonna try to get on with her phone. Even though they didn't have internet. She was gonna try to use her phone and come up.
Just still jumping, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
it is.
Well, I got a new camera coming, maybe that's the problem.
Okay.
Probably that's the problem.
What happened
It's
to
a
the
$200
other?
camera.
Yeah, what happened to the other camera, the little clip on?
I don't know.
Huh?
I don't know. I might have taken it home. I can't find it here. It might-
Okay.
I don't know. I ordered another one, little clip on.
Okay, yeah, that one looked, worked a lot better.
Yeah.
Our Lunchables still good to snack on.
I'll be back.
All right. Be careful. I don't know, I never, like, my kids liked the Lunchables, I don't know. I don't do dairy and I don't do meat, so Lunchable would be kind of wasted on me. I would eat the crackers and that's it. I'm not big on candy and chocolates and all that. Although I do like making the candies and stuff, so my next thing that I'm putting in the freeze dryer, I'm getting the ice cream sandwiches. And I'm going to cut them up in little bite-sized pieces and then put them in the freeze dryer. They surprisingly very popular. How many tanks has Father Fish in total in his whole life so far? Had even ones that had to be decoyed. In his life, I don't know, he just walked out the door, so I can't ask him. We have, I don't know, let me see if I can go through and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 20, 21, 22, 29, 30, 31, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. So far, there's 43. 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. Here at the shop. 75, 76. So far, I've counted 76 here at the shop. That's just the tanks, with filters and or heaters. I couldn't even tell you how many jars. And then we have all the plant tubs that have fish in them. Just about every plant tub has fish in it. And then we have the jar over on the table that has, one male betta and some guppies in it. The other jar has just shrimp in it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, about 25 betta jars. Sorry, JD, it's the camera. That's what Father Fish was just saying. It's like a $200 camera and it's glitching. But he's got a new one coming Wednesday. So to be around 100 tanks, just tank after, yeah. Me and Dina were talking about that, like, Eric. idea of just like serenity and peace, and like the best thing possible is just like walls of fish tanks. Like, don't even think about the maintenance on them, just the beauty of the fish and the tanks. Just to have walls and walls of fish tanks. That's why I like being here, especially at night. It's like nobody else is here and all you hear are like the bubbles. And, it's nice to watch, you know, until the lights go out. Then you can't really see a whole lot. That and watching all the little babies, once they're born and then you just watch them get big, you watch them as they grow, it's amazing. And the one thing I didn't show was the Waru babies. Right? Let's see if I can move this. I don't know if Wally's gonna cooperate, but we'll see. Can you see the dolphins and the Waru babies? That's two separate batches of Waru babies. The bigger ones and the smaller ones. And the dolphins, there's one little baby Severum left. Golden Severum. And then up here, the barbs. And the parrots, aren't they so cute? They're coming to see Wally. You come up with your phone and they run, but you come up with Wally and they're kind of curious. Hey, what's going on? Wally, come on, behave. Behave. The minimum in a Waru, we have. They're still, I think, they're not like full-grown Waru, but they're adults to the point where they've had babies, and they're in 40 gallons. I would say probably a 40-gallon. We have the pairs in there. I don't know exactly how big they're gonna get. I just know, you know, they get big. So, I don't know. I would say a minimum of 40. And I got Bella here trying to get in the way of the wheels. Yeah, these babies, that's a 60-gallon that the babies are in. And not all the babies are in there. We have some in this other bottom tank over here. So as they get bigger, they're gonna need to be separated. Yes, she like stays right at my feet. Every time I get up to move, she's like right in between my feet. I end up tripping on her a lot. I'm surprised I haven't tripped in that's your girl. Yes, it is. That's my girl. I'm surprised I haven't tripped and hurt myself just because of her being in between my feet. So far, the only time I've gotten hurt while holding Bella, and it was my bad, was last April. Actually, it was like the last week of March. I was leaving to come here, and this is when she was still here during the day, because she was still a little baby. So she was still coming to work with me during the day. And I had her in my arms as I walked out my front door. And I know how many steps I have. I've been in the same house since 2004. So I know how many steps I have, you know, coming in and out of the house. And I went down the steps and missed the bottom 2 steps. I went to step down and the step wasn't there. So when I went down, I went all the way down to the ground and missed the bottom 2 steps. And that's when I had that severe sprain on my right ankle, and I was in a boot for the whole month of April. And she tried to get in between me then too. That was fun, walking with crutches with my foot in a boot, and Bella trying to hold her at the same time, like holding the leash. I would live at the Father Fisher. I just about do. I'm the first one here. I get here roughly about 7 o'clock, sometimes at 6:30. Usually it's anytime between 6:30 and 7:30, I'm here. By 7:30, I'm here. I come here and have the coffee and watch as the lights come on, and that's when I go around and feed the fish. I go feed all the babies first, and then wait for the lights to come on all the tanks, and then go around and feed all the other fish. And take my time. I usually have at least 2 cups of coffee before I turn the computer on and start looking at the orders and trying to organize the orders. Because what I do is I look at them in Shopify, and then I go over to Shippo and organize them, make sure they're in the right box and all that before I print them out. From the time I start, when because that's when we buy the labels. So when I start printing orders, until they're completely done, like all the paperwork's put together, is usually about 2 hours. Anywhere from 1 hour to 2 hours, especially on Monday, it can take me till 12 o'clock just doing the paperwork. And that's starting at about 8:30. And yeah, sometimes I get done right around 12 o'clock. Because what I do is I separate the order. I have the shipping paper, and then I have the label, and they're in 2 different piles. And then I have all the paperwork. So we have one for plants, aquascaping, the supplement, the complete dirt, the food web, and then there's 2 papers. It's 1 and 2 of questions and answers, kind of like the most common questions that are asked, and then the answers that go with them. And there's 2 papers on that. There's also paper on the microworms. And there's another one, and I can't remember what it is, but it was just printed out, so it's a new one. I think it's the brine shrimp. How to do the brine shrimp is the other one. And then we also have one on snails. So depending on what's on the order, on what papers they get, do they get the plants or do they get the dirt, then everybody gets the food web and the questions. If you have snails, then you do snails. And then you put the label with it and staple it. Once I go through that pile, then I put all those papers up. Now I take that pile and go through it and separate it into the different orders: the small plant pack, medium plant pack, large plant pack, stem pack, and all the other orders, like if they have just snails and stuff like that, and that gets separated from the dirt. Then I go through and count each group of packs, how many small, how many medium, how many large, and go through. And that can take another half hour to 45 minutes doing that. Then the first thing I start packing up is the dirt. Once all that's boxed up, then I go through and, start working on the packs. So yeah, Mondays are like super crazy around here and not a lot goes out. Like I wish I could get more out, but there's only so much time before the UPS driver picks them up. Does anyone have issues keeping panda Cory cats alive? All my other types of Corys thrive. Found my oldest dead this morning, probably 3 months old. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know much about Cory cats. If anybody knows anything about Cory. And it's just the panda Corys. Just the panda Corys you're having problems with? That's odd. For me, not knowing anything about panda Corys, that would be odd. And yes, Jacob, just watching the fish is very relaxing. Yeah, that's actually how we get a lot of people that come in, they're like, you know, are you hiring? So I think it all depends on what you're willing to do. Panda Corys. Does anybody have any advice on panda Corys? Cause I don't know much about them. Sorry. I am a work in progress, like, I think I know what they look like. I didn't realize there were so many different kinds of Corys until I got looking, I was like, well, what is that? And it was like, it looked like the same thing, but yeah, I was told, no, that's different. Hi, Danny. If you try over on Discord, somebody over there should be able to help you over on Discord. I would put up the link for Discord, but I don't know where to find it. Christian usually throws that up for me. He can't do it right now, he's in Florida. Danny, are you the one in Texas? If not, that's okay. There's people from all over that come in. You're in Oregon. Oh, cool. What's the weather like out there in Oregon right now? It's a mess. You're on the West Coast. So Bella went to the vet. The vet told me she is like slightly overweight, sunny and 80 degrees. Oh wow. It said today we were in the 70s, but it did not feel like 70 to me. It was kind of cloudy and overcast. I think we got more rain coming this week. But no, her doctor said she's healthy, but yeah, she's just slightly overweight at 17 pounds. and I need to cut back on her food. So I was like, okay. She did not like that very much. She did not. So, the chicken that I usually give her, I had to cut back on how much chicken I gave her and kibble. And on weekends, it's a treat for her because she only gets it on the weekends. I, get one of those, sandwiches in Wawa. The bacon, egg and cheese croissants. And I have to break it up. I have to take the bacon and the cheese off and break that up. And then the rest of the sandwich, break that up for her. And that's something she would only get on the weekends. For the last 2 weeks, she didn't get any. She was looking, she would watch Wawa, like she knew where Wawa was. She's sitting there looking and getting all excited, and then we passed it. And she just kind of gave me this look like, what are you doing? Because she didn't get her sandwich. But we want a healthy Bella. Maybe once a month, she'll get a bacon, egg, and cheese croissant, maybe once a month. Once we get her weight under control. Thank you, Christian, for posting that. Instead of learning where that's at and how to post it, we'll just, you know, I'll just keep bugging you to post it. And we're all hoping that Megan is okay. I told her stay safe with the tornado warnings. You never know. Hopefully we don't get any tornado warnings from this system. Because usually once she has it, like whatever weather they're having, like we end up having it like in 2 to 3 days later. Dogs don't measure the size of the tree. They care about frequency. I see, that's the problem. The sandwich was hers. I don't do dairy and I don't do meat, so I wasn't getting it for me. That's why it was just like one sandwich, and she was just getting the bacon. Because at first, when she was little, she wouldn't eat eggs. I tried making her own food, and the doctor had told me that one time to, you know, a little bit of scrambled eggs, just a little bit of scrambled eggs. No, she would not eat eggs. So the only way she would eat the egg eventually was with the bread. So I would take like just small pieces of it, and that's the only way she would eat the egg. But she gets like the healthy treats, the healthy dog treats, like that are good for her teeth and stuff. I give her those. Every now and then, if it's something that I'm eating that she's able to eat, I'll give her a little bit, but not all the time. Because she gets overexcited with that and tries to take the whole thing. And I have noticed over the last 2 weeks, she is actually playing more. So like when we go home at night, I'm exhausted, but she thinks it's playtime. So she'll go grab the toy and then come jump on me, and she has it in her mouth and she wants me to grab it, but it's because she wants to play tug of war with it. So we have to play tug of war for about a half hour. Until I finally look at her and tell her no. It's time to go to sleep. 10:30 at night. It's like, no more playtime. It's time to go to sleep. When I first started making her food, I would do the chicken, and I did vegetables and rice and mixed it all together. No, she did not like the rice and she did not like the vegetables. She would dig through it and eat just the chicken. We just make sure she gets the healthy stuff in other ways. And if you haven't checked out Dina's channel, you should go check it out. She's doing these awesome paintings. She's doing watercolors and they're just like the little tiny ones. And right now she's working on a big one. I can't wait till it's done. It's looking beautiful right now. And they're actually, she has a web page now that she's selling her paintings on. It's so exciting. But she has them for sale on the coffee in a local coffee shop down there. And they're amazing. I love them. I love all her paintings. If there's anyone else that wants to come up, hit that link and come up, come show your tanks. Especially if you're getting tired of the little camera glitch, you know, because Wally's being, you know, a tech gremlin. He's being irritable. I think we've lost a lot of people due to the glitching. Sorry, guys. Like I said, we're getting a new camera on Wednesday, so Father Fish is going to look for the clip-on camera for Tuesday. Hopefully that'll work better, and you won't have all this glitching. And by Wednesday, the new camera will be here. So next Sundays will be a lot better. If we can figure out the glitching and how to stop it, or even to use the camera on the laptop, we might try to go live sometime tomorrow. Just a day in the life of Father Fish Aquariums. Wouldn't that be fun? If nothing else, I'll get on mine. Of course, I'm not on, it wouldn't be on the Father Fish channel though. Yeah, I have to use this laptop to do it. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll get one of the guys, you know, that younger generation. I'll get one of the guys to figure it out. Maybe we can use the camera on the laptop and that's on your phone. I could, well, I might be able to use the shop phone. We have a phone for the shop. If I can figure it out on there, I could do that. It would just be harder to keep it still. We'll figure something out. Hopefully we can go live, you know, sometime tomorrow. Well, if there's nothing else, I know this has got to be getting on your nerves and messing with your head. So I'll go ahead and end this early. And thanks for hanging in as long as you did. And I'll just go ahead and end tonight. say hello, have to head out. Have a great night. I will let him know. Thanks for popping in. Thanks everyone for tuning in and for hanging in there as long as you did with the glitching going on. We'll get it fixed and hopefully the next live will be a lot smoother. Stay safe and, love y'all and see you next time. Thanks, Christian.